Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another very interesting session today. And a lot of things are happening in India, especially in the world of politics and Bollywood. The very fact that Malaika Arora's father's case has got a lot of new updates, and Arvind Kejriwal, has got bail, if you can believe it, after so many, months when the Delhi chief minister, has been arrested for so many months, if you can believe it. So, welcome, Gloria. Welcome each and everyone who's tuning in live as well as watching this when you have the free time. So, friends, if you do like our content, make sure to smash the like button and share this with your friends. So, welcome, Sukanya. Welcome, Nina. Welcome, each and everyone. Welcome, Fennel. Yeah, it's over to you.
Yes. Welcome, friends. Welcome, Gloria, Sukanya, Nina, Fennel, and all of you. A special thanks to Nina for always, supporting our channel. And, whatever you do in your own kind way, I'm sure comes back to you and your family. Thank you so much. Now, friends, the first good piece of news that I'd like to say before we move on to the main news is that, inspired by the vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji for to free the nation from colonial imprints, uh, Port Blair has been named Sri Vijayapuram. While the earlier name had a colonial legacy, Sri Vijayapuram symbolizes the victory achieved in our freedom struggle and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands' unique role in the same. Andaman and Nicobar Islands have an unparalleled place in our freedom struggle and history. The island territory that once served as the naval base of the Chola Empire is today poised to be the critical base for our strategic and development aspirations. So, meanwhile, friends, moving on to what happened in the Malaika case is very, very deeply mysterious, and also a lot of questions are being asked by the public on social media. Welcome, Divine Soul and Newbie and Winnie. All our favorite people are with us now, Harsha, and thank you so much for always supporting us. Now, when the news came that Malaika Arora's father, Anil, died, we did not know, because the media did not say that this was not her real, biological father. In fact, his name, the man who died, is her stepfather, and his name is Anil Kuldeep Mehta. Now, they say that died by suicide, and according to sources, the post-mortem report has revealed that Mr. Mehta died from multiple fractures sustained during a fatal fall from his residence on sixth floor near the balcony. According to the Mumbai police, the incident occurred around 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning at Aisha Manor in the upscale Almeida Park area of Bandra. Now, Mr. Mehta, 65 years, allegedly jumped from the building's balcony. Is what this is again? I'm just reading out the news because I'm not sure how a man can jump in this manner. Now, he usually news that comes is always like that. They commit suicide by jumping. Now, in this case, also, it has been reported that Mr. Mehta, 65 years, allegedly jumped from the building's balcony, which resulted in severe fractures to his right leg and other parts of his body. Now, despite being rushed to the hospital, he was declared dead upon arrival. Before taking the drastic step, Mr. Mehta had made a final call to his daughters, Malaika and Amrita Arora. Now you should read that as stepdaughters. During this call, he reportedly told them, "I'm sick and tired," before abruptly hanging up and switching off his phone. Now, in a joint family statement released later that day, Malaika, her mother Joyce, and her sister Amrita expressed their deep shock and grief. Apparently, the mother was also in the flat at that time. Now, the family described Mr. Mehta as a gentle soul, a devoted grandfather, and a loving husband, asking for privacy during their time of mourning. Now, the Mumbai police have launched an investigation into the incident. Police will investigate the incident from all angles and take forward the legal process. Whatever standard operating procedure is followed in investigations, we are doing that, is what the police said. Now, the authorities have already taken statements from the immediate family and residents of the building. A forensic team has examined the scene, including video recordings of the premise and a review of the CCTV footage. The police also plan to record statements from Mr. Mehta's doctor and any other relevant individuals to gather more insights into his mental and physical condition before the incident. Now, confirming details to the Hindu, a senior official from Bandra police said the body had multiple fractures. And we are probing all angles. However, prima facie, he took his life. However, the reason for suicide is not yet ascertained as the family is in trauma to say much. On Wednesday, Mr. Mehta took the extreme step around 11 a.m. is now what they say at Aisha Manor. His residence in Bandra West, speaking to to police, his wife recalled that seeing Anil's slippers in the living room with him not being there, she started looking for him and leaned over the railing from the balcony. Confirming details to the Hindu, a senior official said, "We are probing all angles." And now, as you see, police are still investigating the case as they plan to record statements from Mr. Mehta's doctor and immediate family members for a clearer picture of his mental and physical condition before he died. The police have also taken his laptop and mobile phone into custody. For now, they are waiting for the forensic lab reports. Now, one person called Ajit Bhaskar has asked some very pertinent questions in social media. So, terming it the suspicious death of Malaika Arora's father. Now, he has said Malaika Arora's biological father, according to the reports, okay, was 65 years old, while Malaika is 51 years old. She is 1973 born. So her father was just 14 years old when she was born. Malaika's last name is Arora. Her biological father is Mehta, and her biological mother is Joyce Polika. How? After marriage, Malaika became Khan and then had a relationship with a Kapoor. Now, Malaika's biological parents divorced when she was 11. Then why was her mother in the same flat with her father? And why are media articles referring to her as his wife? Now, from Disha Salian to Divya Bharti to Anil Mehta, why do people relate to Bollywood jump or fall off balconies? There is no suicide note, just Malaika's word that her father called her and told her on the phone that he's tired of life. Many articles in reputed mainstream media publications like Times mentioned her biological father's name as Anil Mehta. These articles were written 7 to 8 years ago. Now, these articles have been edited in the last 1 to 2 hours. And her biological father's name has been changed to Anil Arora. The Wikipedia article of the actress has been edited in the last 1 hour, and her father's name changed from Anil Mehta to Anil Arora. And now the page has been locked. No further changes are accepted. Connect the dots. Some PR agency has swung into action and is doing what looks like a cleanup job. Maybe police should investigate this case properly and not close it as a case of suicide. And the writer ends with, should I say rest in peace or Om Shanti, which is the correct terminology in this case. Anyway, may his immortal soul find eternal peace at the lotus feet of Bhagwan Vishnu. Now here, friends, you see the number of questions that have been asked. And now, you know what, the tactics of in social media is that, she's mourning. Why are you asking these questions? The same thing happened, in the SSR case. They kept everybody, told everybody, don't discuss, let them have a peaceful mourning, let them do this, let them do that. And during that time, all proof was wiped out. So that is what we saw in the case of both SSR and in the case of what you call Disha Salian and in the case of Janvi Kukreja and in the case of Jia Khan. This is the modus operandi of the police and the people who are involved in the cases. Now here also, why would a man, and he looks quite like a simple person, enjoying life, why would he take such a painful step is the question. And now when, you find his slippers near the balcony, why would the mother look down? You mean to say, did she know that she was going to jump? So was he under agitated status? Is all what we had. So many questions that are being asked, and these people are changing according to their own, whims and fancies. Now, another thing that I noticed during the funeral was the whole of the Dara Hua Insan family, reached the spot, including the Dara Hua Insan. His sister, his brother, his cousin, his brother's wife, the beautician, everybody turned up at the house. Now, I never thought that they had such a good relationship that they would all end up coming to her flat at such a time. So this also seemed rather eerie, and I wouldn't say that it's a very comfortable feeling that these people who are now no longer connected with her and who have had bad blood for so long, suddenly come and act like valiant soldiers. So this is something else also that has been been questioned by the social media. So these are some of the points. So let us just take a few comments from our friends. Now Suchitra says police won't investigate, and Harsha says, I don't understand why he killed himself. How a Navy officer can. Yes, exactly. A very, very, relevant question, and something that's very, very important, because he could not have been a coward. And as Harsha said, he was murdered. Now, Vinny says he called both his daughters and spoke to them a day earlier. He said he's sick and tired. Yes, exactly. Of what? Not mentioned. It's a mystery. And then why does it take so much time for the daughters to say, this is not our biological father? This is the man, my either the mother married again or is living with him. So because now living in together is not seen as a bad thing. So they have never spoken about the biological father, who apparently she says left them when she was 11 years old. So why in Bollywood do you have so many lies popping up? And who are they protecting and what are they protecting is the question. Yeah, back to you, Jay.
Yeah, a lot of questions are and very sad news. And he called his daughters, a day before this happened, and he said he's sick and tired of something on the phone. So what was he sick and tired of? What made him take this extreme step, right? And so was it a person, pressure from some person who was pressurizing him? Was it some sort of situation which he made for himself, which is pressurizing him? Was he, or what was it that happened exactly? We'll have to wait and watch as to how this further investigation happens, and let's hope for the best. But it's a very, very sad case, and I really, really feel sad for this person. Yes.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, in the Kolkata case, murder case, agitating doctors have sought President and Prime Minister Modi's intervention. Now, agitating doctors in West Bengal wrote a letter to President Murmu seeking the intervention of Prime Minister Modi and central government in the rape murder case of the Calcutta doctor. Now, the agitating junior doctors in Calcutta have written a 4-page letter to the President Draupadi Murmu seeking her intervention in the Kolkata rape and murder case. Now, copies of the letter was also sent to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, and Union Health Minister JP Nadda, urging for support from centre. Now, in the letter written by the West Bengal Junior Doctors Front, the agitating medics urged improved safety for doctors in hospitals and centres intervention in the ongoing impasse between them and the West Bengal government. We humbly place the issues before your esteemed excellency as the head of state, so that our unfortunate colleague who has been the victim of the most despicable crime shall receive justice, and so that we, the healthcare professionals under the West Bengal Health Department, may be able to discharge our duties to the public without fear and apprehension, the letter read. Your intervention in these trying times will act as a beacon of light to us all, showing us the way ahead out of the darkness that surrounds us, read the letter. In this turbid atmosphere of fear, distrust, and hopelessness, the junior doctors in West Bengal have been forced to avoid working within the hospital premises and instead have taken alternate modes to discharge our duty of providing healthcare services to the citizen, it further said. Now, the junior doctors on Friday continued their protest against the West Bengal government, braving the rain in front of the Swasthya Bhavan in the Salt Lake area of Kolkata. This comes a day after another attempt to resolve the impasse failed as doctors refused to attend the meeting called by the state government. Chief Minister Mamta on Thursday urged the agitating doctors to return to work and said that she is ready to resign for the sake of the people. Banerjee also said that the government has attempted to organize a meeting with the doctors for 3 days to no avail. The protesting doctors said they will only attend the meeting if it is streamed live and ask for confirmation on the chief minister's presence. Now, the question is, even if she resigns, who is going to take over? It is going to be her nephew, so which will be even worse than what she is. So the complete party has to step down. And it's not only her, but the whole party has to step down if West Bengal has to undergo a sea change after this gory incident. So back to you, Jen.
Yeah. So in the case of Mamata Banerjee, even if she resigns, like you said, it'll be handed over to her cousin, and there'll be no change, of course. So she's a very, very shrewd politician, Mamata Banerjee. Otherwise, she won't be ruling Bengal, and she's a very ruthless politician, to say. And she has kept BJP out of Bengal for so many years, and the Congress as well. So
Also,
BJP has, yeah.
yeah. Also, when Harsha says sick and tired, was he harassed? Then why jump? You know. So here also, friends, there seems to be something very, very, something very, very eerie in this case which they call suicide, because it's very easy for Bombay police to call every case, a suicide. So this also here also another thing, Harsha, and also the few people who are asking about this, Suchitra and Harsha, is that there could be, just putting your mind together, there could be a property issue also here, So, properties sell like hotcake in Bombay. So there could be something else with regards to property as well. In this case, if it is not a suicide and it is a murder. So I hope if the police are genuine, the truth comes out. Yeah, back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news, and it's in regards to Shah Rukh Khan. And the latest with regards to Shah Rukh Khan is quite interesting. And it is a content creator. His name is Viraj Gilani. And he made his acting debut with Vicky Kaushal in the film Govinda Naam Mera. And he appeared in a cameo role in Shah Rukh Khan's film Jawan. Apparently, he said that he shared the working on the film directed by Atlee as the worst experience he has had to till date, and he felt overlooked because the production was more focused on Shah Rukh Khan and Sanjay Dutt. He described it as being told, just stand there and do this. And apparently, Viraj further mentioned that his closest friends didn't even bother watching the film, either in OTT or in the theaters. And he also shared disappointing experience at the film's premiere, where his fiancée eagerly waiting to see him on screen, only to realize his role was reduced to a brief and blurry background appearance. Despite working for 10 days in an intense heat, only a small part of his footage from the first day shoot was used. Viraj felt that creators and influencers were cast merely for publicity and clout rather than for meaningful contributions to the film. So Viraj also recalled his experience on Govinda Naam Mera and said, why should we take him? And when the podcast host asked why, Viraj immediately interrupted him and said that they wouldn't take the same mistake now. Now they will take me. I will tell you why. Why are they doing this? So apparently, we understand one thing is very sure that social media influencers, creators, Bollywood is trying to tap into their fan base, into their subscriber base, and by casting them in Big Boss, by casting them in a small cameo roles in films, but again demeaning them by not giving any meaningful roles or meaningful importance in that particular show. And they are saying that superstars and Bollywood actors are the supreme beings on earth, and even though you have a lot of followers and subscribers, that is nothing compared to our huge fan base. So that is one way of male chauvinism, I must say. Yes.
Yeah. Also, Jade, what he said is so true. When he said that, see, he mentioned that his closest friends didn't even bother watching the movie either in the theaters or on OTT. This is the same thing that happened to all of us. We could not go, from one scene to another because it was so badly shot. And then you have this athlete walking all around Ambani's wedding, as though he has gone to mass and come back. That itself is a joke. because the only thing that is eye catching is his wife, who doesn't match him at all, because she looks very very pretty while he looks like the beast. Okay, so this is the only what you call attraction that he has when he moves around. But otherwise, I think he's a pompous old fool who can't even direct anything for guts. But then the movie that comes into these, the money that comes into these movies, we all know from where it comes, and how the tickets sell. So whether you go for the movie or whether you don't go for the movie is going to be shown as a hit, and the theaters are going to be shown as full. Now let's just take Fennel's comment. I mean, Minaji, Malaika and her sister both are useless. So I mean, should have been with her father taking care of him in such time instead of being with the besties, always such hapless souls. Here, Fennel, I'm not too sure because see, even this man is not her real father. He is her stepfather. And what is their relationship? God alone knows. So we do not know how close or how distant they were. But yes, as you said, Bollywood people have very few emotions. Now, Savitri says it's very mysterious. So many people are coming to Malaika's house. Her papa was nowhere in. Yes, it is only the Malaika connection that is making these people come. We'll just pay last respect in the end when things are all done and they are back to their glamour lifestyle. This is so true, Fennel, because I was just watching this Shilpa Shetty, come in a giant-sized white shirt, and loose jeans. Otherwise, what all these people do is they wear just a small piece of cloth, just about minimum to cover, the essential parts of their body, and that's how they move around. But whenever there is a funeral, then these people become Sati Savitris to show that they are, such good people. So similarly here, let me take you to two other points since you mentioned this, Fennel, is that, if you watch the interviews of Tamanna Bhatia and Rakul Preet, you will realize that there is a massive movement by people like Ranveer Al-Badia and the other guy, I don't even know his name, to revive Bollywood, Bollywood stars. Now, you know that Rakul Preet's brother was caught in the drug bust, and it's very, very shameful because Rakul was also caught by the NCP and questioned. Now, in the case of Tamanna, she was also involved in the what you call app, the app that what app was that, Jerry? The gambling app, isn't it? The gambling app that
yeah, the
she was
Mahadeva.
called. Yeah, Mahadev app. So when news like this comes, the question comes: are these women, these actresses, clean? So the moment this happens, then Albadia is called, and the other anchor is called, and even that other person, I don't know his name. He's also another, anchor who comes and whitewashes these people, and immediately, then they project Tamanna Bhatia and Rakul Preet like Einsteins, and the deepest and most spiritual questions are asked to them, and perhaps even Sadhguru might hesitate, to answer the questions that this Ranveer Your Biceps asks or the other guy asks, because they are so intense, and then with such intense questions, I wonder why they just come as item girls in these movies. If they're so spiritual and they're bothered about the internal soul, why are they flaunting their assets, and moving around like item girls? Is my question. So this, please remember, the job of these such anchors is to whitewash Bollywood. Whatever SSR has done, they are trying to undo it. But it doesn't happen that so easily because public are very well aware of the kind of dirty tricks that Bollywood does. Yes, Shamani, or I don't know what, Shamani, how you pronounce that, but yes, he's another guy. In fact, when he interviewed a dentist, the dentist even told him that you should get your teeth done, first before we, continue talking. So that was a huge insult for him. And then certain things that the dentist said are things that other dentists say don't do. For example, you're not supposed to, clean your tongue with a steel tongue cleaner because that can lead to wounds. Now, this doctor, which he interviewed, this Shamani interviewed, said that please use it. Okay. Second thing is he said that you can have breakfast without brushing your teeth. Only brush your teeth after breakfast. God alone knows who does that. So there were so many things that this dentist said, and he was preaching like it was all the Bible. So Shamani also needs to do his research and find the right people when he interviews them. Let's see. Yes, ma'am, I've watched both the podcasts. I do follow. Yes. In some cases, when Ranveer gets the right people, which are the spiritual people, the podcast can be interesting. I'm not, just saying that he is not good at all. He has a good side, but the problem comes when they try to whitewash these people, who think that they are like some gods who have descended from heaven. So yeah. So meanwhile, let me just take you on to the next piece of news. Now, in Bangalore, a rave party happened, and actress Hema were among the 9 named in the charge sheet. Now, the medical report confirms certain things. Now, Hema, alias Krishnaveni, the actress, was arrested for her involvement in the drug party that was held at a farmhouse near Electronic City in Bangalore on May 15th. Now, in the Bangalore rave party, Telugu actress Hema has been named among 9 people in the charge sheet filed by the police in connection with a high-profile rave party. And Hema, whose other name is Krishnaveni, was arrested for her involvement in the drug party, and which was held at a farmhouse near Electronic City on May 15th. Now, the Central Crime Branch of Karnataka had submitted a detailed charge sheet in the court in this matter on Monday. According to the police, Hema consumed drugs at the rave party along with 88 other people. A medical report has confirmed that she had taken a drug called MDMA. 9 people, including Hema's friends, event manager El Vasu and YM Arun Kumar, along with the Nigerian national Augustine Dada, had organized the drug party and were also involved in supplying illicit drugs, as per the charge sheet. Now, the 1,086-page charge sheet details the events of the party night. It included statements from 82 witnesses, including Police Inspector Lakshmi Narayana. Now, the police had recovered MDMA pills, hydrocannabis, cocaine, hydroganja, and several electronic items from the site of the rave party during its raid. Now, the actress Hema, among those present at the party, was subsequently arrested and charged with consumption of illicit drugs under Section 27B of the NDPS Act. However, later she was granted bail. As per the NDPS Act, Section 27, the accused can be punished with a jail term of 6 months or a fine of 10,000 or with both. Now, Vasu had reportedly organized the rave party to celebrate the birthday and first anniversary of his event management company. Now, after the Bangalore police had busted the rave party, the Bharatiya Janata Party had hit out at Siddaramaiah-led Congress government in Karnataka for the alleged deteriorating law and order situation in the state. Now, BJP had termed the Silicon City as Urta Bangalore and alleged that the city is becoming the adda for narcotic substances and rave party. Now, the Karnataka Home Minister G. Parmeshwar had said the opposition's use of the term Urta Bangalore was not right and that BJP should not cast aspersions. So this is what is happening meanwhile in Bangalore, and this was also what was happening in Bollywood. So let me just take a few comments. Yes, Ranveer brings all good stage of guests on his podcast except Bollywood. I enjoy all the spiritual medical. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, back to you, Jen.
Yeah, so coming to Arvind Kejriwal, and Arvind Kejriwal has got bail after so many months, and the Supreme Court has granted bail to Arvind Kejriwal. And with regards to the alleged excise policy scam, so they have listed out certain conditions for him, and they have granted bail to Kejriwal, subject to a bail bond of 10 lakh rupees. The CM cannot make public comments about this case. The CM should be present for all hearings before the trial court, unless exempted. Kejriwal can't enter the CM's office or the Delhi Secretariat while on bail. He cannot sign any official files unless necessary to obtain the Lieutenant Governor's sanction. So apparently there are a whole lot of conditions, for this bail, and I really wonder how he can, function effectively as the Chief Minister of Delhi. So the BJP will be keeping a close watch on Arvind Kejriwal right now, since he's out on bail. The BJP is also keeping an close watch on Rahul Gandhi as well. after his American visit. So all in all, it's BJP will have to devise a strategy going forward as to how they're going to win elections in the upcoming states. Yes.
Meanwhile, in the case of Fardeen Khan spoke about his father's legacy. So he revealed that if Kurbani, the movie where he had directed with Zeenat Aman and Vinod Khanna, if Kurbani had failed, Feroz Khan would have lost everything. He praised his father's influence and resilience. Now, as you know, that Fardeen Khan came back with in Hira Mandi and has made his presence felt again. Now he says, "My father's legacy is unmatched. He was extraordinary. His impact on art, craft, and films was profound. The way he told stories and portrayed female characters are often seen as ahead of its time. He had a strong personality and owned it unapologetically." Reflecting on his father's career challenges, he noted that Feroz Khan truly showcased his talents when he started producing films. He said, "My father faced many struggles. It was only after he became a producer that he could present himself as an actor in the way he envisioned. He often felt that people he worked with weren't able to capture how he saw himself as a performer. In those days, actor producers were rare. Raj Kapoor, Manoj Kumar, and then my dad were among the few. I don't dwell on his legacy much because I grew up with it and I've learned a lot from it. However, living up to it is daunting because his achievements are unparalleled." He also discussed how his father's guidance influenced his own acting journey. "My father never imposed anything on me. Instead, he encouraged me to discover myself and make my own decisions. He pushed me to learn from my own mistakes. I carry his wisdom and resilience with me. Back in the days, producing a film was a monumental effort. He once told me that if Kurbani hadn't succeeded, he would have been on the streets. We were down to our last penny. Our house was mortgaged. For him, it was not just about making the money, it was his commitment and passion towards filmmaking." He concluded, "As I grew older, I find myself understanding and appreciating his wisdom more. When I was younger, I didn't fully grasp the significance of his experience and teachings. Now I try to implement his lessons in my own life." So this is what Fardeen Khan has said. As you know, Fardeen Khan had undergone many experiences in his life. He had also had to, go to a rehabilitation center because the kind of things he consumed. So these are some of the things that happened. Yes, back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, that's all the news for today, friends. And we will see you once again with more news. Yes.
Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Sri Ram.